Hello, what's up, guys? So welcome to the channel. It's Koli Hello, what's up, guys? So welcome to the channel. It's Koli Guitar, and in today's video, I'll be like trying to squeeze in everything about guitar into this one video. So I'll be teaching you from the basics, from chords, how to hold chords, some basic skills, how to start playing chord progression, how to strum, how to hand pick, how to solo, and how to improvise. I'll just try to put everything in this video. So this video will be like explaining the step-and-step guide of how you should go about learning guitar if you want to be self-taught. So a lot of people make these mistakes when they are trying to learn guitar on their own by learning some certain things that are far more beyond their level. So in this video, I'll try to like guide you through the steps you're supposed to take and so that you don't rush for things that are more difficult. So let's just get down. First of all, would you like to know about the guitar? First of all, is to know the spec of guitar you want to play. Do you want to play electric? Do you want to play acoustic? Yeah. So it all boils down to the kind of music you like. So, but in every kind of music you're going into, we have the basics of playing guitar, which are learning some major chords and some major scales, and that is more important. So let's just dive into playing. How do you see the guitar? So, in my own aspect, and being a self-taught guitarist, I think if you want to learn the guitar, the first key you should try to learn is the key of G because it's quite easy and comfortable to play on it. As a beginner, you need something that will keep you going, not something that will discourage you from learning. So let's just say, what do you first learn in the key of G? I won't just tell you to start playing chords because most times you jump into videos of that say, please learn how to play guitar in one day, and they just start showing you how to play chords, and that doesn't really help. Sorry to say, but you need to like learn the skill of the key you are learning before you start going into chords. So this will be like the major skill. I will talk to you, Christine. So you have to learn the major scale, like from up, down, and down, up. So I like learning the scale from down up because it's easier to say it from up, down, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, but it's kind of a little bit more difficult, like do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Some people find it that difficult to call it from down, so I try to learn it from down. It will be easier for you to come from up, down. And what will we be looking at? The positions of the scales and the fingers to use. And first things, when you're learning the guitar, make sure you learn the right fingering because this can really hinder how fast or how good you play the guitar with time. So let's say you're learning the scale, like you can upspeed this compared to someone who separated the fingers like. So these are the positions of the scales. Third fret, high E string, Do. Second fret, high E string, open high E string. Third fret, B string. First fret, B string, open B string. That's second fret, G string, and open G string. And what is the finger positioning here? This is the finger positioning I use. So I do first fret, first finger, second fret, second finger, third fret, third finger, fourth fret, fourth finger. You need to go get your guitar now. So guys, sorry. First fret, first finger, second fret, second finger, third fret, third finger, fourth fret, fourth finger. This is the finger position I think you must use. So whenever you're playing a note on the third fret, make sure you're using your third finger. And whenever you're playing a note on the second fret, make sure you're using your second finger. And when you're playing a note on your third fret, make sure you're using your third finger. So you need to have this alignment. So you can try like doing it in chromatic to get that separation, but use the same method for the scales. And to take the scale up, on the G string we have a open, on the D string we have a fourth, on the same D string we have a second, same D string we have open, on the A string we have third, on the A string we have second, on the A string we have open, on the E string we have third. So now, once you've done learning the skill, the next thing should be the chord that makes up the skill. So the G chord. How do you play the G chord? So we have there are different fingering positions. It's either you play it with your second finger on second fret and on the A string, third finger on the third fret on the G string, and fourth finger on still the third fret of the E string. So we have, and you play everything. Or some people hold it this way: just take your first finger, second fret of the A string, second finger, third fret of the E string, and third finger, third fret of the E string, high E string. So whichever way you're comfortable, this or this is good. So you learn the open G first. We have different shapes of G. We have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. Yeah, there are a lot of them all down. So first learn the open chord. We need to start easy so that you don't get tired of playing so fast, so easy. So after you're done learning this chord, what next? We have to learn various other chords that accompany the key of G, major chords that accompany the key of G, so that you can start playing some songs. And when you start playing some songs, they are kind of encouraging to keep you going playing the guitar. So after learning your G chord, all right, Christine, go get your guitar first. After playing the G chord, the next chord we'll be learning is the D chord. So how do you play the D chord? So we have our first finger on the second fret of the G string. We have our third finger on the second fret of the high E string, and we have our third finger on the third fret of the B string. And we're playing from the D string open to this. So that's how to hold the D chord. And which other chord we'll be learning is the E minor. So this is quite easy. So you're just using your second and third finger. So both fingers are on the second fret of the A and D string. And the next chord you should learn is the C. So this is also an easy chord. So you have your third finger on the third fret of the A string, second finger on the second fret of the D string. On the G string will be open, no finger on it, and your first finger will be on the first fret of the B string. And oh my God, this entered the video. and the first string will be also open. So be. No, we don't have all. Okay, someone asked the question, how many chords do we have? All alphabets? No, we have like, we use the alphabets from A to G. So we have the A, we have the B flat, we have B, we have C, we have C sharp, we have D, we have E, we have E flat, we have F sharp, we have G sharp. So other chords are like diminished chords, so you can have like the A sus2, the B flat diminished, the C sharp. So all these major chords I called can have flats, diminished, augmented, and all the other names that can be given to them, but all the alphabet used are just from A to G. So we have the A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, E, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. So we'll get into that. First of all, let's just focus on the major chords of key G, which is the G and the D, then the E minor, and then the C. So imagine you knowing these four chords already, just learning the key of G, and I think you should be in a week or two, you should be able to like play the scale and learn these four chords and like hold them. So the next step will be learning how to switch through these chords, because that is where it's always difficult. Holding these chords might take time, but switching might take more time, where you switch from this to this, from this to this, from this to this. This is where it really takes time and sometimes discourages. And let me just also tell you that when you get in a guitar, try to get a good guitar, because if you get a bad guitar where the action is very high, where the action here is the distance from the string to your fretboard, if it's very high, and you get to this stage of guitar where you're to switch through chords, it's always more difficult and you might end up giving up on learning. So let me just give you an example. I have this acoustic guitar here with a very high action. I hope you can see the space. See? Right through here. Am I getting it right? It has a very high action and it's difficult to press down. So as a beginner, learning with this guitar will slow down your growth, because it's hard to press down and you won't be getting the chords right. So they'll be sounding awkward, they'll be sounding like this. So and it kind of discourages, and you feel like, oh, guitar is not for me. Everyone can play guitar. So when you've learned these major chords, you can play with them. So there are a lot of songs that can enter with this. So the next thing is, after learning the switch, because you have to learn. Yes, even you, Christine. Alright guys, sorry if you see me talking out, just know I'm recording this video while I'm streaming live. If you want to watch me live, I stream on TikTok and Tango. I think my TikTok link is on my bio, so you can check it out. Alright, so once you've learned how to switch, this will take time, but you just have to deal with it. You start with slow songs that will give you time to switch. That's how you start learning how to play. Songs like, pardon my voice is not really good for singing, but I'm just gonna try to explain for the sake of this video. Now this song gives you time to change. Hello, it's me, and I've been wondering. So if you start with songs that are this slow, it's easier to change. Maybe change their roles. Yeah, so if you start with easy songs like that, it's easier to switch. So it gives you time to like, hello. You can start arranging your fingers. It's me. So when you're seeing that you're kind of getting comfortable with the changes, you can as well start learning some strumming patterns. So before we get into strumming patterns, and I think at this stage you are good enough to like try to move to another key. And now we'll not just be learning how to play on another key, we'll be learning playing another key and playing and strumming. So before you move to another key, try to get this strum, the down strum, accurately and on timing. what I'm just doing is like a down, a skip, another down, a down. When I change the chord, a skip. Now this skip is just like giving me timing. No, it's not the song. I'm making a video, a tutorial video of how you should go about learning guitar. So this gives you time to change. So it's go down, skip, down, down, skip, down, change the chord, 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 down, skip, down, change, down, skip, down, change, down, skip, down. So when you're good with that, next you should try the strum is like a down, up, down, up, down, up. So go down, up, down, 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 down, up, down. So that's it. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now, don't just expect you to just get into playing guitar and expect this to be easy. Even the right hand flows are always difficult, so it all takes time and dedication. But as long as you're practicing, you'll be getting it gradually. So it's then you can start improvising, like adding more other strumming patterns. So let me just see what your chord progression can do as a beginner player. So you're a beginner player, you've learned the key of G, just learn these 4 chords for a start, and you feel, okay, can I use these chords actually for anything? Yes, you can. Let's try to loop something. Let's say you have a friend who also plays already. You can play something for him to solo, like... This is you playing for your friend who can already play, and you're saying, "Oh, it doesn't sound good. I suck," but he can make use of your play actually. That was it. So the other chords that like you can accompany to the key of G. So you can learn them. You can start learning another key, but for me, I would advise you to finish one key. So what we just learned in this key of G, remember we learned the scale, and that was Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. And now the chords we were playing was Do, Sol, La, and Fa. And we have 8 other chords. We just played 4, and we have 8 other notes. Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. I think there are 8. Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Yeah, there are 8. So we just played 4, and we have other 4. We have Re, we have Mi, we have Ti. So we have Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Yeah, a lot of people don't know they can actually play these scale through chords. Yes, you can. So since we have the major 4, you have to learn how to play the re. So your re becomes your A minor. So this is an A minor. Now it looks more like the C chord. All you have to do is take out this your third finger and put it under your middle finger. That's your A minor. Now the next chord will be your Mi, which is your B minor. So you make a this is where it becomes challenging because it's a bar chord, but you have to learn it. So you have to bar the whole of the second fret. If you like, you can just play like this, but I like playing the chords with the root, so they have that depth. So you have to bar the chord with your first finger on the second fret, like a full bar, like this. Then second finger on the third fret of your second string. Third finger on the fourth fret of your fourth string, yeah, and last finger on the fourth fret of your third string. That's your Mi chord. Then we have T. Like I use the F sharp minor as my T, because that's how I like to hear it. Many people have different ways, but this is what I like. So I think that's all. So that's all for the key of G. So congratulations to you. You can now play the guitar on the key of G. How do I play other keys? I just learned the guitar I play on G and I can't play other songs because they are not in the key of G. Yes, you have to learn all the keys. But learning from the easy ones keeps you going. And that's why you should start from the key of G. And congratulations to you. You can now play the guitar on the key of G. Yeah, are you a guitarist? Yes. Can you play songs? Yes, because you can play songs on the key of G. All you have to know is to know the chord progression and assign it to your key of G, and then you can play. Now, what is the next key I think you should learn? The next key should be the key of C or the key of D. But I would prefer the key of C because the key of C has only one bar chord, which is the F. And for the key of D, we have only one bar chord too, which is the B minor. So I think you should learn the key of D. Is that the only bar chord? It's the bar chord for the majors, but when we try to add the minors, it's not only the bar chord. So let's stick to the key of C, where we have just one bar chord, which is the key of F, which is the chord F. So we'll be learning the key of C. What makes up the key of C is the chord C. So I just played the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do with chords. And how do we play that? We have the chord C. You know this already. And then the next chord will be your. Okay, like let's make it. Let's also use the same method we use for the key of G. Let's like get the 4 majors. I call them the 4 majors, not really because they are major chords. We have a minor chord which is the La, but I call them 4 majors because it's like the Do, Fa, La, Sol. It's every song can be coined into those chords. So if you can just get these 4 basic chords, you can play a lot of songs and you can add the rest with time. So it's all about encouraging you to keep playing. So let's learn the key of C. So the first 4 major chords you should learn is the C chord, your G, which you know already, your A minor, which you know already, and the F chord, which you're just getting into. Now, how do you play the F chord? So you bar the whole of the first fret of your guitar, or you can just check the internet for the F chord, major chord, what it looks like. You just bar this. So I have my first finger barred. I have my second finger on the second fret of my G string. I have my third finger on the third fret of my A string. I have my fourth finger on the third fret of my D string. You can play this in broken, but I like my chords being heavy and full. So listen to this and think how you want to sound. You want to sound like this, or you want to sound like this? They are both F chords. So if you get to learn this chord, the C, the G, the A minor, and your F, then you'll be good to go. So you can do the same strumming you learned on G. You get, so as you're learning this chord, you try to improve your strumming. So now, this is the key of C. If you learn your C, your G, your A minor. So your C in the key of C makes it your Do. So now let me explain something to you. When we were in the key of G, your G was your Do chord. That's what made it the key of G, because that was the root chord Do. And now we're in the key of C. Your C becomes the Do. So that makes it the root, and that's what makes it key of C. So all you have to do now, your C becomes your Do, your G becomes your Sol, your A minor becomes your La, and your F becomes your Fa. Now you also need to learn the C scale, because every key has its own scale. So the C scale is like I always do. I like starting from the bottom. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Christine, your brain is going wild because you're not with your guitar. So now, let's learn it. So, how do we play the C scale? First fret on the second string. First fret on the second string. That's for Do. C is open on the second string. La is second fret on the third string. Sol is open on the third string. Fa is third fret on the fourth string. Mi is second fret on the fourth string. Re is open on the fourth string. And Do is third on the A string, which is the fifth string. And your assignment is to take it back. So now, like we did for the key of G, so I'm going to introduce you to the Re, the Mi, and the Fa, these other minors, which we did. Your Re becomes your D minor. It's an easy chord. So first fret, first finger, first fret on the E string, first number one string. Second finger, second fret on the third string. Third finger, third fret on the second string. Your Mi becomes your E minor. You know the E minor chord already. Your Fa becomes your F chord, which I just taught. Your Sol becomes your G. Your La becomes your A minor. Your T is like an E7. And your Do is back to C. Yeah, so don't jump into soloing yet. Our advice, take your time, learn these chords, learn the scales, try to get this guitar tone get into your head, because one thing about guitar is the more you play it, the more you get used to the tones, the more you understand the basics, the more you understand what's going on. And the truth is, when you start learning guitar, you will never understand anything you're watching. Like this video I'm explaining to you right now, you might not even be understanding me, because you have to just keep playing to understand me. So most of the videos I watched like 3 years ago, I'm understanding what I saw now. So when I just get, it just reflects to me like, oh, this is what this guy was explaining, and it becomes useful because I had watched that video. So most of the times you don't understand what you are watching at the moment till when you get to the level of understanding it. But the main thing is just getting the information, keep playing till you start realizing what you had learned or watched. So we are done with the key of C. Next key will be the key of D. And this is where I will leave you. I will leave you in the key of D. Yeah. So you can find your way around other keys. This is like the basics. And I'll move into soloing, why you should solo, what kind of solos you should do, what skills should you use, how should you treat soloing. So let's just roughly run through the key of D. So for the key of D, we'll be going on D major. So first things first, we'll be learning our scales. So first fret, our do will be on the third fret on the second string. C will be second fret on the second string. La will be fourth fret on the third string. Sol will be second fret on the third string. Fa will be fifth fret on the fourth string. Mi will be fourth fret on the fourth string. Re will be second fret on the fourth string. And the do will be open on the fourth string or fifth fret on the fifth string. So that's it. So we have the do chord, and now we'll be introducing you to a new chord, which is the chord A, because this will be a saw on the key of D, not the A minor. Remember that A minor was like this, so for the A major you have to take out your first finger and put in your pinky, yeah? So you see that you hold it with these other three fingers or with these other three. Anyway, you're comfortable. Like I kind of have some kind of fat fingers a bit, so I prefer using this because these are like smaller than using this. So it's, for me, it's better I use this than using this. Drink water. Oh, am I talking too much? So let's go. We have D major, we have the A major, and the C. So we have D, we have A, we have B minor, which aligns in the key of G. That was like our Mi, but here it's our La chord, and we have G as far. So we have D. Like other keys, we after learning the major, which is your do, so la fa, we have to add like the re, the mi, the ti. So we have do, we have re. Your re becomes your E minor, your mi becomes your F sharp minor. So how do we play an F sharp minor? You know the F chord we learned earlier. You just take this down, a one fret, a half step. It becomes an F sharp. And how do you get F sharp minor? Just take out this middle finger. That becomes an F sharp minor. So you have D, Re, Mi, Fa becomes your G, Sol becomes your E, your La becomes your B minor, your T becomes your B minor 7. Is that a B minor 7? No, you're like an F sharp minor 7. Yeah. And back to your D. You know, so like I've played the guitar that sometimes I don't even know the names of the chords, but I just know how to figure out the chords because I took time just learning the guitar step by step like this and being able to figure out the sounds on my head. So let's play around with the key of D also. Let's get some progressions running down. Sorry guys, I missed that loop. Let me re-record the loop. Sorry, I missed it again. We missed the loop again. Last attempt. We missed this. We'll move out to the solo. But I need this for the solo. Oh, we got it right. So this is the chord progression on D, and let's vibe to it. that's it about chord progressions, strumming. Yeah. I almost forgot. The next thing we'll be learning after that will be like picking. So that's not difficult. All you have to learn how to do is just how to pick your guitar using your fingers. So before we were like just strumming all the chords we learned. Next thing you should be learning is how to pick the chords. So we can go back to G, and all you have to do is use the thumb for your first three strings, and then you split it to this index, middle, ring for the last three. So you share it like this: index, middle, ring. Ring goes for the first string, middle goes for the second string, index goes for the third string. So it's like, then the thumb plays the remaining three. So when you're holding a chord, you can just, that's like a roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You do that for each chord. So finger picking can really sound so very nice, in the sense that it just makes the guitar feel a different way. So if you imagine, if you really do this on acoustic, then you really feel how it sounds. So like this same chord that was just played like this, when picked, it sounds like it's more than that one chord. It's the same chord. I never changed the notes. You can see from my left hand, I didn't change anything, but it's sounding different. It's sounding more. It's sounding like it has more value than just this. That's because of the the picking pattern. So that's me trying to play around with the finger picking. So there are a lot of things you can do with the guitar. So while you've just finished learning your chords, strumming, you start learning how to pick your guitar. Like I was saying, there are no laws to picking guitar. The person I learned picking from when I was watching this YouTube video was Everyday Guitar, and he uses just 3 fingers and he plays like this. But I use 4. I'm more comfortable, like making like sharing the portions to every finger. So just try to use what you're comfortable with. Some people use 5, like, but this my finger is very, very lazy. I can't even control it more than this. This is the only thing I can do with this finger. So I don't use it. I just use it for like support when I'm picking. So now imagine, let me just show you what finger picking can do so you can have a rethink of learning how to pick. This is what strumming the same chord progression sounds like. And hear what finger picking can do to that progression. It already sounds more beautiful than it sounded when you were just playing it like straight up. So guys, this video is getting very long, so let me just jump down into soloing. And why I would like to explain everything in this one video is just so that you can just take your time and just save this video and check it out every time your progress. You can use this video to monitor your guitar progress. When it feels like you're deviating from the right track, you can just come back and retrace. Okay, he said from here to there, from there to there. So now you've gotten like three keys you can play on. You should try to learn how to solo. And what is the best way of learning how to solo? In my own point of view, learning skills are good, but I don't think you will actually use all these skills you learn. I think the most important thing here is learning how to understand the guitar and learning how to feel the guitar, because that is where the solo comes from. So let's say there are many skills. We have Dorian, we have Arabic, we have so many names that I don't even know. We have major skills, we have pentatonic skills, we have blues skills, we have some jazz skills, we have Arabic skills, we have Chinese skills, we have Nigerian skills. So now that's not really important. For me, I think the most important thing is how you think about the skills. And I'll just give you a tip of how I think about how to solo. I'm not hungry. All right, so this is how we go about learning how to solo. First things first, what do you want to sound like? Do you just want to play the scale you watched, or you want to sound like the scale you watched? There's a difference from learning the skills and how I'm actually knowing how to implement it. So first of all, let's just say you are in the key of G. We're going back to G as usual, and you've learned how to play on the key of G. And there's a progression singing on the key of G right now. Let's go back. I think I have to loop again. Alright, so you're just coming across this progression and you're thinking of, oh, how do I solo on this? I can't solo, I don't know anything about soloing. Remember, we learned a skill. Okay, now it's already sounding like I'm soloing. I just played the major scales up. So now, this is the first thing you should learn how to do. Try to use chord tones on your solo. Now, try to know the chords that are being played before you start to solo. So now, from listening, you can hear the G from the beginning, you hear the D, you hear the E minor, and the C. Now, how do you apply these chord tones to this solo? Is by just playing the notes that are in this chord. Like the G has this, and the D has this, and the E minor has this open, and the C has this. So now I will try to just solo with this by just playing one note. Now, if you can do this, it's better than doing this. No. Now, this is me just trying to remember the scale I learned and just playing it immediately on the solo. But if you can just trace these chord tones and just play them when the chords are dwelling in, you sound better. What did I do? I just repeated these chord tones in the right places, and I'm trying to sound a bit better, like I know what I'm doing. Now, I was just playing the notes that are in this chord. How do you trace these notes that are in this chord? By just playing the chord. So this is the G. Notice this is in the G, this open is in the G, open, this is in the G, and this is in the G. Okay, let me just make you understand something. This is how to trace out your chord tones easily. This is the chord, your G chord, and it's made up of. So what this means is, whenever the G chord is being played, and you play any of these notes on your solo, you are correct. So whenever it is, I can play this, I can play this. So let's try it. Now they're on A minor. So I will start with the first chord tone. It's G time. I'm on track. I'll try the next note. It's G time. I'm still on track. I'll try the next note. With the next note, I'm still on track. So now we'll do the same thing on the next chord, which is D. So now this is the D chord. Any note I play on this, while this chord is being played in the progression, makes me correct. Let's try it. So let's wait until we get back to D. Now we're back to D. The next one, I'm still correct. Now let's wait, it's coming back to D. Now it's D. I'm still correct. So now let me just solo everything here from the beginning of the progression to the end using chord tones of the various chords and watch how I sound. It's easy. It's as easy as that, but you just have to make use of your brain. So I just gave you a trick to save you years or months of wasting time struggling with skills you don't really understand. Now, what will this help you do? This will give you the confidence. This will expand your the hearing knowledge. This will expand your thinking abilities, and this will help you know how to sound right at the moment. Yeah, it's easy. It helps you know how to sound right. It helps you know how to recognize the chords that are being played, and it saves you times of practice. Now, what will you do next? Try to extend. Try to be flexible. Don't be stuck with what you do. Try to like figure out things. Will this work? There's no harm in failing. There's nobody who's gonna beat you for trying something and it did not work. So you have your guitar to you, and you have the expression to just try something. So just try. Let's try something new. So now I will try to like slide out of what I have already known. Yeah, I was correct. So imagine I did this. I'm wrong, but in guitar there's no wrong notes because you can make this correct. Let me make that sound nice. So try to be flexible. Now that's it. So you will know when the note is not right. Like when you stumble on notes like this, you'll know you're not right. So if you stumble on this, it's not correct. You can just correct it by shifting a half step back or front. I'm right. Oh my god, imagine I was not recording. So now, when you're done learning how to like fixing your chord tones, you don't have to like solo crazily. You don't have to like at first. All you have to know is like if you can just do that, you're doing really good. You're doing really good. All this other stuff comes with time. So, and that's how I just see you should follow. And the next skill you should learn is the pentatonic. This is very important because I think every other skill was bettered out of the major skill. And I said, let me just see. The major skill is the mother, the pentatonic is the daughter that gave birth to the rest of the generations. So that is just it. So we are all used to the A minor pentatonic. So I think I'll be ending my lesson with this pentatonic. So what do you have to learn in pentatonic? First of all, learn the pentatonic run itself, which is. And now, the next thing you should learn is the 5 shapes of pentatonic. We are all popular. We are very popular with the first, with the A minor shape of the pentatonic, but there are many other shapes. So this pentatonic has a cage system that I will advise you follow. There's another one. This one here. What am I playing? This one here. Okay, let me just start from here and go down so you see how it connects. So imagine I got 5 shapes already back to the beginning. And why should you learn the 5 shapes? Because when you learn the 5 shapes and you can play all 5 shapes, then you can now connect them. So I'll be connecting this shape to this shape and to this shape to form one scale. So watch this connection. I even got back to here. So now when you learn all these shapes, you can connect them. And why I recommend the pentatonic is because this is the shape, this is the scale that will give you the room to connect easily. This shape gives you the room to connect easily. And once you're being able to connect easily, it makes soloing kind of easy. So let me just run something on A minor, A minor pentatonic, and let's just vibe with it. So let me show you how it works. And then I'll show you how to apply the pentatonic scale. Pentatonic scale is the most easiest scale to use to solo. So so this is the progression going. Now let's just run the scale up down. It flows so good. Now that is still me playing the pentatonic, but I'm not sounding like you playing the pentatonic because I just added a little bit of articulations and improvisations. Instead of just I did a sliding. We're still playing the same note, but I added, I approached it in a different way. So I did a sliding, I have step sliding, then from here I did a full step sliding and a slide back, pull back slide. From here I did a hammer on. So now we will not just be picking this note. Sometimes we'll be sliding in, sometimes we'll be hammering on it, sometimes we'll be add some vibrator on it just to make it sound good. Sometimes you can add a bend. That's where creativity comes in. And this comes with time and years of practicing and playing the guitar every time. So now let's say, how should you think of soloing? Don't think of soloing guitar like, okay, there's a chord progression and I need to play notes. The best way you can solo better than every other person is when you think of the guitar like you are singing. So let's say, if you were to sing to this progression, what will you sing? So if I was to sing, I'll be like, And now, why do I advise that is it's easier to like flow when you're singing than thinking of what notes you want to play. But once you can flow with what you're thinking like you're singing and try to play it immediately, then you sound better. That's why it will be easy for you to hop on any progression and play because you're not thinking about the notes. You're just flowing. You're enjoying yourself, and whatever you're thinking, that's what you will play. Just try this. It will take time to get familiar with it. It will take time to get used to it, but you find yourself doing more better solos when you figure this out finally. So it's always easy to flow when you're singing. Yeah, it's easy to flow when singing. So just check this out. So now, if I want to think of a note, okay, let me play the C, let me play the G, let me play the D, let me play the E, let me play the. You get your solos being robotic, like. That's not what you want to sound like. And when I say you should think of singing, it's because the voice doesn't sound like a direct punch notes. Like if I say Hallelujah, you'll be like, you can't just play. It doesn't feel like you're singing. But when you do this slide here gives you that. So hope guys this video was useful to you. If you have any questions for me, do also drop them in the comment section. If you need a private class with me, also drop it in the comment section or head on to my Telegram. I think my link is on my bio, and let me know. I can take you even free. It's not expensive though. Yo guys, peace out. See you guys in my next video.